All right.
Yay! Welcome to our first podcast of Matcha Hour.
Matcha Hour.
Welcome to the Matcha Hour. So I think for Matcha Hour, we originally wanted to create this podcast to just chat. We ramble a lot about our favorite things when it comes to anime, everything Japan.
Yes.
A lot. We just like to yap. So
I
enjoy listening to us yap, and I feel like people would enjoy listening to us.
So hopefully
yap
you
well.
guys do, because we go on and on and on. Like, I'm not even kidding.
So I'm Crystal. I feel like I got really into anime at a very young age.
Yeah.
Elementary school.
When did you start watching? What was your first anime?
Naruto, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, me too.
But then, back when bootleg DVDs were a thing, I used to go to Pima all the time.
Oh.
And I used to buy all the bootleg DVDs every time a new season was out. So that's how I got into it. And then I got really into Japan culture after that. And ever since then, it's just been non-stop growing for me.
Which is lovely. It's always nice to see people that like Japanese culture and not just anime. Like, you like Japanese culture as well, so I think that's really cool.
I have so much love and appreciation for the culture itself, but it all definitely stemmed from anime.
I do feel like you sometimes, Crystal, knows things that I don't even know, and I'm like, oh, where did you find that out?
I just nerd too hard sometimes.
And it's really, that's why it's always very not entitling. Like, you give me a knowledge. You give me
enlightening. Sorry. I'm glad that's I enlighten you sometimes.
Enlighten.
Okay. I like that.
Yes. That's the word. Thank you for getting the word.
And then a little bit about Kat.
So I'm Katrina. I'm half Japanese, I guess. So that's where my knowledge of Japanese culture, I guess, comes from. It's everything from my mom.
It's a lot of knowledge either way, though. I feel like you probably know more about your Japanese heritage and Cantonese heritage more than I know about my Cantonese and Vietnamese heritage.
I don't necessarily think that, but I do think that when you're half, you try really hard to overcompensate by knowing both, because you have people saying to you all the time, because I have people in my comments telling me
which one are you more?
Well, no, I have people in my comments saying don't listen to her about her Japanese knowledge because she's half Chinese.
No.
And it's but I feel like half people can agree with this, that you're always being told that you're not enough of one, so that you overcompensate. Yeah. Right. So I feel like you look into it a little bit more maybe than someone who's only Japanese.
That's fair, especially when you're more curious too,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of play when it comes to what your identity is.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know what my identity is half the time.
I use the one that's convenient at the time, because I think that's the way you should do it. If you're born with these cards, use them, right?
Yeah. But I feel like when I'm with you, I feel like I see more of your Japanese.
Because my mama raised me.
So that's a little bit about us. I've actually known Kat since high school?
Yeah,
not until maybe 10th.
I think 10th grade, because we had an apps class together.
I actually don't remember that.
It's okay, you don't have to remember.
I actually don't remember a lot about high school, if I'm being honest.
To be fair, high school was a shit show. But
it was.
Yeah.
But we've known each other for technically a while now.
And then I think we reconnected after high school, though.
Yeah, we did a few photo shoots. We did
some photo shoots. We had some mutual friends after a while, and then so we reconnected that way as well.
Yeah,
we're both in. She does social media.
You do technically we both do social media.
So I think we connected there as well, because I think that just kind of brings people together.
Yeah, I feel like it's both really great to have. Social media is really great to have, but also I kind of wish we didn't have that much, because it's a lot. I feel like it's too much nowadays when it comes to day-to-day life, but it brought us together, which is the good thing.
Yes, that is the gift. And I'm very excited about this podcast.
We are too. We're both really nervous though. This is our first time doing a podcast.
Literal performance anxiety.
It would get better.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. But as you can see, we already are rambling so much.
Yeah.
So I think for this podcast, we really just want to expand. For me personally, I want to take this as also an opportunity to learn more about Japan's culture, but then it's also for us to like express our love for it at the same time, and just like geek out on our favorite things as well.
I will use any opportunity to geek out about anime and manga, because listen to me, like who's gonna talk to me about this kind of stuff day to day other than you guys?
Yeah, we were geeking out so hard while setting up, and I'm like, dang,
literally,
I wish we recorded this, to be honest.
Actually, like that was kind of maybe you can kind of talk a little bit about how much you like matcha.
We named this the Matcha Hour for actually a few reasons. One of them is we're part of an agency called Morning Matcha Club.
Love it.
And it's because I just love matcha so much.
She really does. And she makes like the cutest matcha concoctions.
I just love the way it smells and everything, even just like the tea leaves. So we named it Morning Matcha Club. And then we came to the conclusion to do Matcha Hour. So then this is like our little Matcha Hour break with you. So, you know, maybe grab your favorite matcha or any other drink, really, if you wanted to.
Hojicha, I love too.
Hojicha, tea, coffee.
Yeah, whatever you like.
It's just a really bad caffeine addiction. Bring your matcha and get cozy, and then just sit with us for the next hour. Ideally, I feel like we could talk for an hour.
Yeah, 100%.
But keep it concise, though. We won't like take up too much of your time.
Yeah. All right, so as we know, our first episode is kind of nearing the time of Valentine's Day.
Yes, we're aiming, ideally we're aiming, when you hear this, it should be Valentine's Day.
It's happy Valentine's season, my love. So, Crystal, have you been watching any romance anime this season?
I feel like I am watching a few. I try to check them all out, but sometimes even if they're not romance related, I somehow I will associate it with something that I love, like the people, and ship them, and then that's enough romance for me already.
For example, is there one like that this season?
There's a continuation, season 2 of an anime.
Which anime is it?
Apothecary Diary.
Technically,
it's not romance, but then
there is it is it's not. I think it's not like romance is the main point of it, but there is romance in it.
There is definitely. I can see romance in it.
Yeah. I literally convinced one of my friends to watch because I was just like, it's so good. It's so interesting. There's mystery. There's suspense, and it keeps you wanting to watch the next episode.
Yeah.
But there's also really cute moments between like Mama and Jinshi, right?
A lot of cute moments.
Yeah.
I also think there's like funny moments too, where it kind of breaks apart enough where you feel an entire range of emotion. And there's depth to the story too.
Absolutely. So what is it about for anyone who hasn't watched it?
I feel the premise is really confusing when I started it, because Mao, the main character, she got kidnapped and sold to the imperial court.
Oh my god, I forgot that's how it started.
I know, it's just like, it's actually, I feel like there's a lot of topics that are really dark where they're able to make it lighthearted. But she ends up getting sold into like the imperial court, and like her skills and niche and specialties gets picked up really quickly by a high-ranking noble, or like, what do they call it again?
Well, like, apparently he's supposed to be a eunuch, but isn't.
Yes, a eunuch.
So he's like a eunuch, but
a eunuch in disguise.
Yeah, like, because I think we find out that he's not actually a eunuch, right?
Oh, wait, no spoilers, but I feel like he's like a high ranking, like, I'm pretty sure we all know who he is as the story goes on, because it's like they're not trying to hide it either.
No.
And you kind of piece the puzzle by yourself together.
You get it together, because it's like, what is this eunuch doing all these like high official things,
he's
right?
Beautiful. He's so beautiful. But I feel like in terms of romance, their relationship together is like, there's a lot of tension.
Yeah.
Where it's almost enemies to lovers, or when you have that.
It definitely feels that way.
Enemies to lover really gets to me.
I think that it's a lot of like, Mama's more like reserved.
She's like,
she doesn't even know. Everything
gives her that.
And then Jinshi just is just like, oh, he's like a puppy. He just keeps wanting like her attention, and I think that's so cute. Like, so cute. So cute.
And I think they show that they care for each other in their own ways too.
Yeah. Yes.
I am shipping them so hard.
Yes.
And I am so excited for the season, because I feel like if it goes on track, I feel like they're gonna unfortunately end the season at a very spicy moment.
Ooh, and then we have to wait for season 3.
We have to wait for season 3.
Typical. It's very classic. Speaking of like one of those animes that are not necessarily like labeled as romance, but there's so many cute moments. Have you seen Jibakushon and Hanako-kun?
No, but I did read it. The art looks like it's phenomenal. I just haven't had the moment to watch it yet, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, like the so Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, I guess is the English title.
Yeah, I definitely don't see that as like generalized romance.
No, but the moments between the two I think are just so sweet, and like it's just like it kills me.
You know what I realized though? I don't necessarily like care for romance anime, so sometimes they're like too cliche. There's like maybe 1 or 2 that I really enjoy.
Fair, yeah.
But when they're like just a different category of anime, but there's like little moments of romance. Yeah. I feel like I enjoy those moments.
It's nice because it's like a little, it's not like the main focus, I guess, so you're not constantly being bombarded with like,
It just feels like it's not too forced, is what it is.
Fair, yeah. And I think that's the thing with Jibakushon and Hanako-kun, right? Because it's like, it's a lot of supernatural stuff, mystery stuff, and it surrounds like a school that has a bunch of like supernatural mysteries, and they're trying to like uncover the 7 secrets of the school. The 7 wonders.
Like, I feel like they did it pretty quickly too.
Yeah. And like I think the whole thing with like the bond between, because the romance or the relationship that's focused on is like a human girl that's a little bit cursed, and then like a ghost boy, basically, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that adds like an extra depth to, it's not just kind of like,
what's that word called where it's like the unattainable, almost forbidden kind of love, if you think
like unrequited, but not really.
A little, but
like not really, there's a different word.
But you know what I mean, right? Like, it's like Toshi's human, he's a ghost.
Yeah,
it's never gonna happen.
It's like the Romeo and Juliet effect.
Yes.
But their moments together are so cute, and I ship them 100%. That's my like Valentine's inspo.
So compared to all the other, like we have a list of romance anime this season that is specific to Valentine's or just love in general, where like I'm not that interested, to be honest. There are a few that I've tried to watch. So
the only one that really I'm kind of like a little bit invested in now is Kuroiwa Medaka ni watashi no kawaii ga tsujinai.
You speak way too fast.
It's Medaka Kuroiwa is impervious to my charm. But to be honest, I was sleeping on this because the premise didn't like appeal to me.
I'm sleeping on it right now, so convince me.
Well, okay, so hear me out.
Right
hear me out. So the beginning is a little annoying because she's very like, I'm so cute, I'm like the queen bee, everyone loves me, and so that's why it was like annoying for me at first, and I wasn't gonna watch it.
Personality type.
Yeah, like it's opposite of me. And it's opposite of how I was in high school, so I was just like, I can't really relate to this. But I gave it a chance, and it's kind of cute because it's like, her charm works on everyone. So do you know that thing where like your charm works on everyone except for that one person? And you're just like, why doesn't my charm work on this one person?
I know what you're talking about. Never had it actually happen to me before.
No, me neither.
To be able to relate to it. I know what you mean.
And then it's just like, it's like the phenomenon of like, the more someone doesn't want you kind of want them.
Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah.
I always say like don't chase, attract, but I end up chasing
I chase. All I do is chase, okay? I'm a Sagittarius at heart. All I do is chase. And I feel like that is really like channeling. So I end up relating to her in the fact that she keeps trying to like almost convince or like chase this guy who he actually thinks she's really cute, but he's like a monk. He's like a monk in training. So he has to kill his like
no emotion.
So every time she does something that's like cute or a little bit like, you know, like how to say in English, like sosoru?
Flirt?
Yeah, flirty,
like,
I guess.
She's flirting with him, but then he's just
and
like
then
nonchalant.
He's just like ignore it. In his head, he's like, nothing. I'm thinking of nothing. But then it looks on the outside like he's really pissed off or like annoyed at her.
Yeah.
So he'll be like, and every time he does it, she just kind of chases. Like she wants like him to like see her. And
I feel like I would give this a shot just so I can. Because I like that feeling. You know, I like that feeling. I feel like the what was holding me back was kind of the art style, because it wasn't my favorite art style.
Okay.
Right? Like, I feel like there was some in here that I really liked the art style, but then it ended up flopping for me.
Yeah,
but I feel like this one, the art style was kind of like, eh.
The art style didn't bother me on this one. I liked it a lot, but or if we're talking about nice art styles, Honey Lemon Soda is beautiful.
You like Honey Lemon Soda for the art style?
I liked that one, and My Happy Marriage is a nice one, right?
Oh yeah, that one's like beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah.
I watched the first season only because I also read the manga. I think I like the manga more. If I'm being totally honest, what killed it for me was her voice.
Oh,
because I know it fits her character, suits her character really well.
Yeah.
But I think when you're watching it as an anime, her voice was just so soft where I kept like losing interest. It felt almost boring to me.
Okay. I think for me, the whole like thing that turned me off from My Happy Marriage and Honey Lemon Soda was just like the main characters are both very like small.
Pity. They pity themselves.
Self-pity? A little bit, kind
self-wallowing.
of. Self-wallowing a little bit. Like,
a little bit.
Not saying like it's their fault because like they have all their like they have all their circumstances or whatever. But like,
and I get the premises like they're building their confidence too.
But it's just that like my personality is so starkly different from that.
Yeah, because you're Sag.
Yeah, like I'm not Nayo Nayoke. I'm not Uji Uji. Like if I have something in my head, I usually like. It blurts out like right, whereas like for them they're like, oh, like
is this the right thing to
like
say?
What do I do?
No, I totally get that. I think it is relatable in a sense where it's like if you're looking for something to overcome a journey, there is that big character growth where they're doing their own arc. But like for me, I think it was her voice that killed it.
Have you given Honey Lemon Soda a chance?
I watched one episode.
Yeah.
No, I think I told you. I really didn't enjoy how like it felt awkward or unnatural for some of the scenes. Like the first episode where the guy was standing up for her in the hallway where they're like, basically the main character was bullied her whole school life. And then when she went from, I think, middle school to high school, she decided to go to this one where this random stranger who is attractive, I guess, right?
I guess. And like has charisma, I guess.
He had a lot of riz.
He has riz. We have to admit.
Yeah.
But I think there's some things, and again, it's important to remember that's like a high school setting, so their prefrontal cortexes are, like not fully developed at all.
Yeah, but I feel like mine was developed enough for me to cringe while watching, which is why I couldn't get through it. I think the whole dynamic was like, I think it's also the animation. There wasn't enough movement or flow because they all kind of just stood there in the hallway.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I just thought they were really pretty.
They were pretty. No, I admit they were pretty, but they kind of just had like the characters stand there. There were no like random characters like walking by or whatnot. So it just felt like, to me, it felt a little flat where I couldn't immersify myself into the anime.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, does it get better?
I'm watching it for the sake of watching it at this point, like because I've started it. It's not bad enough for me to drop, and I need anime to watch while I work out anyway. So I'm probably going to continue it. But it every episode I feel like, wow, this is a little bit toxic of him sometimes.
Yeah.
And
like a toxic guy though.
he is toxic. So if you like the toxic man, like there's some things that he does that are a little bit like you raise your eyebrow a bit, like but they're young,
Okay, I think that's just like something you have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
But I feel like I liked Honey Lemon Soda more than I liked Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You.
Okay, どうせ恋してしまうんだ is not a hear me out, but
is it?
No, actually it's not.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
I found the animation, everything beautiful.
Yes.
I just like harem tropes in general, not for me. Which immediately gave that vibe,
Well, it's literally one girl and like 5 guys or something like that.
Yeah.
And like there's like 2 guys that are kind of into her. And the thing I like about どうせ恋してしまうんだ is they kind of have like a back and forth between present day and past day.
Oh, that's true. I did like that.
So that was interesting, but I think that there are a little bit too many men after this one girl.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I've never had that many men after me. What the hell?
I just feel like it feels pretty forced, especially when...
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. I know.
I'm like, there's no way, especially when it's like a shy. I don't think she's shy, but like when like a main character is a shy girl and all the guys are like, oh, like you're the one that I want. It's like, really though?
That's like a fantasy, really? Right? Yeah. Like, sure, I would want like 5 men.
Well, the reverse too. If it's like one main character guy, I can't watch a lot of those. Where it's one guy and they have a harem.
And it's always some like very like どうってことない guy. Like, どうってことない, like, not really, he's not like a special guy.
Yeah.
He's like a guy next door.
But I feel, I'm not gonna lie, and people might hate me for this, but like, I feel like when an average guy watches that, he thinks that is obtainable, but we all know it's a fantasy, right?
Well, yeah,
like,
like,
unless there's something really unique or special about you,
yeah,
it's never gonna happen.
Like yeah, like have you ever had 5 men at a time just trying to get at you, like very like?
No, I can barely get one.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Me too, right? And like, so I don't know. Harem for me is also like a ちょっと no だね.
Yeah.
Except Fruits Basket because it didn't feel like a harem for me.
I didn't watch the new remake of Fruit Basket.
Really? Fruits Basket for me, like when I tell people it's like one of my favorite animes,
Yes.
they're always like, oh, but it's a harem, but it's like, it doesn't feel like a harem for me because...
Oh no, I did that Hassan Oran High. That is also like a good, like,
yeah.
I like to watch back sometimes because it's a feel good kind of...
It doesn't feel like it's an overly forced harem. It's just so happens that the situation places the main character in a situation where a lot of guys are around, but it's not like she's feeling like fluttery for all of them and all of them want her.
It's like a proximity thing too. Yeah. When you're like, I get it. Yeah. I get it. Speaking of cute anime guys.
Okay. Are we getting into our first game segment?
Yes. We actually planned a few games with you guys. Or like more so for us too, but then I think they're pretty fun, and who knows, maybe you guys can help us with the next ones too.
Absolutely.
So our first game is Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Yes.
We sent each other our top boys that we adore.
Yes.
And we helped pick each other a group of 3. Basically, it's like, which one are you gonna fuck, marry, kill?
Yes.
So Kat, do you want to go first?
Sure.
We also try to throw in a curveball where we could. Kat?
Yes. Oh.
If you had to fuck, marry, kill, would it be Shoma, Shikamaru, or I'm gonna butcher this, Akutagawa?
Akutagawa Ryunosuke. Oh my god. Okay, I think it's gonna have to be... So
tough, eh? Because when I was putting it together, I was like trying to figure out, who would I?
This one's pretty easy for me.
Is it really?
Marry Shikamaru.
Okay.
Kill Akutagawa. And fuck Shoma.
There. That's so valid.
Because like character-wise too, like Shikamaru will take care of you. Yeah. Like I'm saying, once he loves you, material. Like he is hubby material. 100%.
I used to write fanfiction. Oh my god! Shikamaru. He was my fave. It's like, I think because he also felt a lot more mature, and back then I was like a teenager. Yeah. Like we were the same age, but he felt so much mature. Yeah. Where it was just like...
he was very charming. Very charming. And he's so like in the series, it's not like anyone's after him, but I'm like, why? Because that would be my baby.
I had like a grudge against Tamari though.
Oh my god, me too. I was like, girl, get out. Like, that's my man. That's my man. Yeah.
Shoma though, I feel like I forgot who the main character was.
So Shoma is like the side B character in Raisei wa Tanin ga Ii, the Yakuza fiancé, I guess.
Yes.
And then the main character, I don't like the main character.
I like him.
Oh, you like him?
Yeah.
What's his name again? Kirishima.
I forgot his name. That's the thing.
Kirishima.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kirishima. He also has like a kind of like not yonder, but like
he's a horrible person. Like he's so horrible.
I low-key, I kind of like that. I wouldn't want that for me.
Yeah.
But then like in fantasy world, I guess. Yeah. I want a man to pine for me like that.
Yes.
No one else to have you.
I would love a yandere, but I'm the yandere.
Are you?
All the time.
Really?
I'm crazy.
Dang, girl.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
What do you mean? I give crazy energy all the time. Are you
stupid? I don't see it, but then I feel like I want the notion of it where a guy like wants me that much.
Yes.
Where like not to the sense where it's like he's like kill me, but like, I don't want him, but
if I can't have him, no one can. Not like that energy is a little bit intense when you have it in real life, I think.
Yes, in real life, but like in a fantasy world, I just want someone to love me that much.
Yes, absolutely.
So the next one is
this one's too hard. Oh my god.
Would you rather fuck, marry, kill Yamada, Warumono-san, or Otoran, specifically in his spirit form? Because I know know he's so cute in his like human form, but like specifically, if we were to put them in a row together.
Okay, can we also take Okarun out of his? Can we take Okarun and Yamada out of their school phases, like they're adults?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, like I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But crazy
to me, like in my head, I think of like.
To me, Yamada is like an adult.
Yeah, I mean, like in.
He
eventually will be.
He becomes like a university student, I think.
Yes. We're talking about university version of him.
And Okarun,
everything 18 plus.
Yeah, and Okarun, I just feel like is
more like the archetype.
It's like it's our type I'm talking about, and especially when he like and I'm talking about like the character type, right?
Yes,
when I'm saying when I like Okarun, or like I would want someone like Okarun, I think that it's not necessarily Okarun as he is, maybe, but like I think that it's his personality is very cute and like.
But like in human form, or.
And then and then we're talking about his like transformation form. I think that's like he's so hot.
Sexier.
He's so hot. He's so hot, right? Like let's just not even. That's an adult, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would, oh my god, but Wadamono-san is such a, you can show him the world.
I have no clue who that
shining, shimmering, splendid. He's like an other world guy. Like he's like a bad guy,
like a villain, right?
A villain.
Because when I googled him, there were some other images of. I'm assuming when he was a villain, I was like, I don't know if that's attractive.
Yeah, no. He's like a villain, and it's like how he spends his day off in the earth.
Okay.
So he like learns all these things about the earth, and he's like, oh, ice cream tastes good, like when it's melted, or like he's
learning to be.
He's learning how to be human. Okay. And I think it's very cute. And so I honestly, but you know what? I'm gonna have to marry Yamada-kun because he's Bae material 100%. He's already Bae material. Especially if you keep like reading the series, everything he does, all he thinks about is Akane-san, right? Like,
wait, is the author female? Because I feel like this is like. Yeah. They know what you want. As a reader, they know what you want.
Yeah. Like, it's just, he's perfect, right? You cannot say anything about Yamada. He learns. I'm going to have to, in his, like, demonic form,
yes.
I think I'm gonna have to kill Okarun because hear me out.
Okay.
It's not a really human form that is fuckable. Well, actually, it kind of is.
No, he has more stamina. What the?
No, you're right. You know what? Let's. But I don't have the heart to kill a bad guy. But he does want to destroy the earth. You know what? Kill Wadamono-san and fuck Okarun.
I feel like that was the most obvious answer.
No, but like Wadamono-san is actually so cute. I feel like if he like learned to love you, he would like protect you. But I couldn't marry him.
Yeah, but then I think, like, first of all, I don't really know who he is.
Okay.
But, like, in the villain phase, when I saw the little screenshots of him in his villain phase, I'm like, that's not...
Oh, says you. Look at your hear me outs.
You know what? I feel like they're really hard when you put really good guys together and then just really mid-tier guys together,
I know. And then you're just like, who?
They were on your list. Okay, the last one has the curveball.
Okay.
So, would you rather fuck, marry, or kill Torie Unumaki
Hatsuharu Soma?
Haru from, like, Fruit Basket.
Yeah.
Or Taro Sakamoto.
Wait, who's Taro Sakamoto?
I did both pictures. Let me try refreshing it. Which one would you rather? That's my curveball.
Okay, you know what? 100%.
Either version. So I feel like his younger version was definitely hot.
Yes, but he's not my type.
Emotionally. Low key though.
Okay,
I feel like when I was thinking about all the guys that you mentioned, like he fits the personality.
No, you're right. I can't get over his like double chin side though.
Okay, let me just take this guy out then.
Can we do like younger Sakamoto-san? Right okay, younger Sakamoto-san. Okay. You know what? I would definitely marry Sakamoto-san, younger Sakamoto-san, because he seems like the most reliable. Okay.
I just see that.
And I'm the most attracted to Inumaki Toge, but imagine like trying to marry someone that cannot talk to you. Yeah, so he's gonna be my F.
Which I feel like he'd be really good at.
That's what I mean. I'm saying. And then I'm gonna then that just defaults me to having to kill Haru. But I loved Haru, but I'm not like, I don't love him as much as I did before.
Like, I think he's hot.
I think he's
Just
hot,
on
and
a
he's
visual.
and he's very like thoughtful of Rin. But at the end of the day, if I had to pick between these three, I'm sorry, like Hatsuharu, gomenne.
Yo, I think I did a good curveball.
Oh my god, I don't have a curveball for you.
All
right. So it's Crystal's turn. All right. So my first group is Yamada, Hirotaka. Hirotaka from Otaku ni Koi wa Muzukashi, and Miyamura from Horimiya.
Bro, that's hard.
I'm saying, I know.
This would be them again as adults.
Yes.
I would actually marry Miyamura.
I understand that. Yes, I understand.
Because he's already, I feel like throughout he's husband material.
Yeah, no, he's 100%. And he...
I feel there's no fault. Because every time he runs into a wall, like he's willing... I think that's the hottest part is where he's willing to communicate and really work together with Hori to make sure it works out. And like, I think from the get-go he wanted it to be for everything, which is like... It's so like nice.
Green flag to the max.
Very green flag. But I feel like Yamada and Miyamura are very similar in that sense. If I had to marry Miyamura, fuck Yamada. Because I think he's like a little bit hotter with like the kind of bad boy vibes.
Yes.
Because even if Miyamura looks like a bad boy, he's a golden retriever on the inside.
Yeah.
And unfortunately have to kill
Hirotaka-kun from Otakoi.
I know, I just feel like I'm gonna just butcher the names because my pronunciation is so bad right now.
No, it's okay.
I'll get there eventually.
No, it's okay.
But I would, probably have to kill Hirotaka.
Just
even though like he's the most adult one out of them.
Yeah.
I liked his personality, but the other two outshine him.
Yeah. And I feel like with Nifushi, I think you would have to like, well, a little bit with Yamada too, but I feel like you would have to
lead.
Yeah, lead and like you have to like grow them as a boyfriend. Yeah. Like grow a boyfriend. Whereas I think with Miyamura, like you said, he's already there. I think he's the type to like, if you're overthinking, he'll over explain. Like he'll like, if you need this, he'll do that.
He reassures you.
Yeah.
And I feel like you get bits of that with Yamada too, but then
I think he's just learning. Like Yamada is just learning, but for some reason Miyamura already has that down pat.
Yeah. I see that.
Yes.
I'm happy with locking in. Happy with my answers.
Okay.
Next.
My next group for you is Jinshi.
Yes.
Shikamaru.
Okay.
And Guts.
Ooh.
I didn't know who Guts was.
He's from Berserk.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch Berserk.
He's very rugged, as you can see.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Hear me. I'm gonna hear you out.
Hear me out is that like he fell in love with like one of his, I guess, comrades.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I read this, so I might be mistaken if they were comrades or something. But they found love, and then it was like a group of 3 best friends. But then his best friend basically turned on everybody.
Oh my god.
Sacrificed their entire team.
Okay.
Like, actually sacrificed. Yeah. She went crazy from it where she went like memory loss.
Yeah.
And he like went through hell to try to get her back.
Oh my god.
So even for a moment where she like hated him because she was like, who the hell are you kind of thing, like he never gave up on her.
Oh my god.
Where it's almost like tragic.
I have goosebumps a little bit right now.
It was so tragic where like you can't help but root for him. It's like, dude, he like really loves her and he's like actually going on like he's not like, I would say, the best guy.
Wait, you can't kill him.
I know, it's hard. This is why it's hard. So Guts.
So it's either Guts, Shikamaru, or Jinshi.
Ooh. That's hard. Jinshi though.
Yeah.
He's so playful.
Yeah.
Marry Guts.
Okay.
Fuck Jinshi.
Oh, okay.
Like, ideally, if Jinshi was in another group, I'd be like, marry Jinshi, but fuck Jinshi. And unfortunately, kill Shikamaru. Only because I was also a child at the time. So it makes sense as a child, but then as an adult, I haven't seen Boruto.
That's
so I don't know how he aged either.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was like more like a childhood crush thing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little bit torn though with my... Because I feel like Guts would take care of you better.
I didn't watch it, but just hearing that makes me feel like, oh yeah, that's like husband material.
Yeah, because like he wanted to like bring back her memory, and like just the last thing he wanted to do was like just make sure that she was like fine, and yeah,
that's literally what you want when they say like in through sickness and health or whatever, like marriage vows.
He would be like the epitome of that.
So
unfortunately, Jinshi would just be a fuck buddy.
You're gonna have to lock in your choice, my girl.
I'm locking it.
All right, okay. My next group for you is Itsuomi-san from なんだっけ? Itsuomi-san ね. Itsuomi-san と Gilbert.
Okay.
I don't know who Gilbert. Oh, you told me who Gilbert is.
Yes.
And Nanamin.
Okay, so backstory on Gilbert. He's from Violet Evergarden, and she was basically a war child. So like he was a general, and his older brother was, I think, the captain, and brought her in as an orphan. And she like, I don't remember if she had like no memory whatsoever, but she was emotionless.
Okay.
So perfect person to raise in war, and she became like the best comrade. When he was like raising her, he wanted to teach her emotions and be like, this isn't your only option, like being like a war child and whatnot. So he ended up self-sacrificing himself for her.
Oh my god.
And all he wanted was for her to like live life and like love life.
Oh my god.
Like, yeah. So it really plays on your heartstrings. I think you should watch it. I like, without a doubt, I cried almost every episode.
You cannot kill him.
I'm not saying I'm gonna kill him.
You can't kill him.
Just so you know who he is.
Oh my god, you cannot kill him.
But I actually would marry Izumi.
Okay.
Because he's just perfect. He's like so perfect.
Is he? Like, he susses me out because he's so, I don't know, like something about...
You watch the anime?
I watched the anime.
Did you read the manga?
I have not read the manga yet, and I heard that he gets like less perfect, but also grows in character in the manga.
Yes.
So I heard that.
They both do, but yeah.
I heard that, but in the anime, like I just like something sussed me out about him. Like he's almost like too.
He does have fuckboy feels.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, but then I think it's like when you get to know him a bit more
in the manga.
I'm so excited for season 2, to be honest.
I'm excited for season 2, at the very least. Okay, so you're gonna marry him, okay? So
based off of that.
Okay, and then Nanami or Gilbert? Oh my god,
I'm gonna have to kill Nanami.
So you're saying Gilbert's just your fuck buddy?
Yeah.
Does he deserve that treatment? He's gonna be like, oh.
It's hard because like they all seem like marriage candidates.
Does Nanamin seem like a marriage candidate?
Because I feel like he's very by the books, but then when he really cares for you, he will care for you.
Oh, you like by the book?
Yeah. Also, a man who comes home on time every single day.
Fair.
Like I know he's not gonna be the type who's late, which is what drives me insane.
Right.
I can't kill Gilbert. You know?
Yeah, you can't kill Gilbert.
I wouldn't do him right.
You cannot kill Gilbert.
That was tough.
Yes. Okay.
Tough choices.
I guess you've locked in your choice.
I've locked it in, but then watch me tonight. I'm just to be messaging you. I feel like I should change my choices.
Yeah.
I can't decide.
Yeah, you might have to marry Gilbert instead. Like, because Itsuomi-san could be a pretty good buddy, and he won't get too attached.
Actually, no, you're right.
Yeah, he might not get too attached. Like, I don't know.
No, but then if you see him in season 2, like, I'm the one who's in season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right. I would marry Gilbert.
Yeah. Oh my god, not me trying to change your mind.
I just play so easily. Unfortunately, Nanami has to die though.
Yeah, Nanami has to die.
As much as like I think he's very much a thirst trap.
Yeah.
And he does have values that I align with in a marriage candidate, but compared to the two, Bobby.
Fair. But yeah, that's our first game.
Yeah.
That was fun.
On to our next topic. We want to talk a little bit about love too.
Yeah.
Or romance in Japan in general, because I feel like that's something that does get talked about often.
Well, we have like such a declining birth rate, right? Yeah. And like obviously babies come from couples.
Do we need to talk about how babies are made? Yeah,
like the whole like declining birth rate is definitely because people are not like, you don't have to fall in love to make babies, but like that's like a main way that babies,
like why you want to have babies.
Yeah. So then it's just like, okay, so that means people are not falling in love, people are not having love. But I think that the whole fact that there is a declining birth rate is more indicative of the fact that not as many people are getting into relationships than and the amount of unwanted babies don't like stand a toe to, is that the saying? Stand a toe? Stand a leg?
No.
Like they don't like stand up to, like they cannot reverse the lack of babies that are being made by relationships.
They don't measure up to?
Yeah, maybe, but like they don't stand a toe. Like
a toad? Or a toe?
A toe, like a toe. Or maybe like a leg. Stand a leg.
No, I do. I've never heard that. I
might be making it up.
Maybe I'll Google it. I'll
no,
Google it later.
I could be making it up.
But, okay, so, like, what is the dating scene like, in your opinion, over there?
So, honestly, though, like, all my friends are married and have kids, to be honest.
Are they our age?
Yeah. Like, a lot of them are my age.
Makes me feel some type of way. I don't know about you.
I know. All my girlfriends are married, at least, most of them. Or, like, they're in relationships where they're about to get married or they're going to get married. Yeah. Because we're kind of at that age, right? Where, like, a lot of, like, our friends, our mutuals are getting married. Yeah. So a lot of my friends...
Not to say there's a timeline, but, like...
No, but I think in Japan, the timeline is more, like, prevalent. Like, people see the timeline.
Yeah.
So my friends, personally, I don't see as many people, like... My guy friends are single, but, like, not my girlfriends.
I think there is also the whole gender gap, too, where it's, like, for women, it's seen as, like, oh, why aren't you married yet? Whereas for men, they're kind of, like, nonchalant about it.
Yeah. Or, like, it's hard to find love. But, but I think, like, younger than us, maybe, are, like, not... I don't know, because, like...
the expectation, I feel like, is around, like, 24 to 27 to get married or something. Yeah.
And I think that there are definitely, like, a lot of Gen Z, I guess, that are not interested in getting married.
I have to see that.
But I think that's not...
Like, the younger generation in general is not as focused because I get the whole, like, well, why do I have to get married if I'm making my own money, etc. I'm happy as I am.
I don't think it's necessarily only a Japan thing. I think it's definitely, like, I see that here, too, right? Yeah. Like, how many people here...
Just not as prevalent, I guess.
Yeah.
So where does that lead us?
Oh, gosh, I don't even know.
In response to the declining birth rate in Japan...
Oh my god. The government made a dating app, I think.
I feel like I briefly heard about that.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah, like the government is so desperate to make babies that they made a dating app. But like, what is so different about this government-made dating app that it's gonna like be better than all the other dating apps out there?
Don't they have, like, an incentive program? I feel like I've heard...
Was it the incentive? I think that what I did hear about the government one is that, like, they weed out the sakuras. So, like...
the people that aren't serious?
Yeah, or, like, they weed out the people that are, like, bots. Or, like, either bots or people that are being paid to, like, be girls on the site. But, like, to message guys so that it looks like there's lots of cute girls on the site, but actually they're, like... being paid.
Wait, you know what's crazy? I've heard from a friend where, like, there are girls in Japan that are on Tinder or, like, their version of a dating app to get guys to go to a bar just to promote the bars as their job.
Oh, I can see that happening.
Yeah, because then the guys won't say no to it. It's like they're going to be paying for the drink too, but then they don't realize that the girl actually works there.
That's actually really smart. I mean,
that's a little, but it's also, like...
a little diabolical, but, like, smart.
Did I hear that from you?
I don't think it was me.
I don't remember who I heard it from. Maybe it's, like,
maybe like a friend in Japan.
Maybe. Because I feel like I heard about it recently, which is, I was like, ooh, that's kind of crazy. But
yeah. And honestly, like, with all these Nijigans, like, with all these, like, 2D characters that are so perfect, like, how can a regular person measure up, you know? Like,
I feel like that goes back to social media, too, because I feel like from a girl's perspective, when you see all these, like, women that are, like, beautiful, photoshopped or whatnot, even like Facetune, and then a guy sees them and it's just like a sea of perfect women, where they start to think, like, even if they're mid, I can do that. That's obtainable. It's not real life. And,
like, I feel like some guys really don't understand, like, what real women look like sometimes.
Or women in general. Like, when you see it through a screen, you see how, like, a lot of times people film content, they just automatically put a filter on. Where it's like, that's not real though, right?
That's not, like, it's, you're seeing a version of someone that's not what you're going to see in real life. Yeah. And I feel like,
it jades us a little bit.
I see videos of people interviewing people on the streets and stuff, and they have, like, these, like, a lot of that. And they have these, like, really unrealistic expectations for their partners, and it's just like, bro, you're going to be single forever.
To be fair, I feel like I also have very high expectations where like maybe I need to learn how to lower some of my standards, like pick the prioritize the ones that I really value.
Right. Like what are your current standards and what would you like lower? Right? Because like I feel like your standards are very like reasonable.
Are they though, or is it too much? I want someone who's like family oriented.
That's like a
works on themselves, is ambitious.
Yeah, that's something that someone should have. Yeah.
Yeah. But then why does it feel like it's so hard to find someone like that?
Maybe it's like, do you care if they're tall?
Not to the sense where they're like, oh, they need to be over 6 foot. I think like taller than me, definitely taller than me.
Yeah.
Though
or like,
I kind of love a short king every now and then.
Fair. I can give a short king a chance.
Yes.
I can give a chance. But like, if a short king breaks my heart, I'll be like, fuck.
Hasn't I allowed them
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I feel like sometimes they like whenever you like lower your or change your standard for a guy, it's always that guy that messes you up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, like you.
I feel like I've yet to be convinced or proved wrong.
Yeah.
To allow myself to continue.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because it's not like not giving any guy a fair shot.
Yeah.
But every time I do give them a shot, I've been disappointed.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't want
to... If I'm going to be disappointed, I want to be disappointed by someone who...
Yeah, meets your standards.
Or above my standards at this point.
Fair.
I think that's the part where I'm just being like, am I too nitpicky? Is this the reason why I'm still single?
But I don't think it's necessarily... Because, like, all the things that you're pointing out are things that you would want in a partner anyway. Like, family-oriented. Do you want a guy who's not family-oriented? Someone who's not ambitious? No.
That would drive me insane.
Right? But, like, are you okay if they have, like, a dad bod?
Oh, yeah. Dad pods are kind of hot.
See, that's what I mean, right? Like, I don't think your standards are that... Like, and you're okay with a short... I mean... Honestly, I don't mind a short king, but like, I don't mind a short king. But see, like, you know,
they're
it's not
kings for a reason.
Well, that's what I mean. So you don't really have like a height standard. You don't really have like a body weight like, I mean,
I know what I'm attracted to, but it's not like end all be all kind of thing.
Yeah, so I don't think it's necessarily your standards that are too high. I think it's that these men need to step it up.
On emotional level, I think.
Yeah, if like you need emotional maturity.
Emotional maturity, frontal lobe is developed, and like, if I can just hold a conversation with them.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, I really don't like when like you go out with a man and all he talks about is himself. It's like, oh, so you don't care about, because it'll always be me like asking, oh, so what about this about you, this about you, this about you, and then if I'm asking all the questions about him and he's just talking about himself,
I don't get that.
It's like.
I don't get why they do it as a question. Yeah, because it's like, are you not here for the same reason?
Care about me? Like, you don't want to ask anything about me?
So I think that's like the part where I feel like I may have a high standard, where it's just like, I want a man who can let me turn my brain off, because I feel like I'm constantly like taking care of them versus being taken care of, where for once I want to be taken care of, which isn't like a lot to ask for if you're
that's the thing, right? So
is this just us complaining?
Oh my god, I don't know how much of this.
Hijack this,
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the AI girlfriend app, because I don't know about this too much.
You sent this, so I wasn't too sure what this is about either. Like, we had a whole discussion about AI dating. Just because I was bored. Honestly, I was really bored. So I was talking to my good friend ChatGPT about what qualities I liked in a man. Yeah. And he built me basically a dream guy, which led to me trying to figure out, I think AI is the future. But I feel like because of that, though, the idea of, again, this AI girlfriend app isn't far of a stretch where it's like unfathomable anymore, where you can't really think about it being a thing, because you see people getting parasocial with VTubers, and that's pretty much almost, they're not AI, but the association of it. Right?
And then there's also people that get married to like their pillows.
Was it the guy who got married to Hatsune Miku?
I think so. There was that guy that married Hatsune Miku, right? Like, so it's like there's already people like that. So I think it's like if he's happy, then that's fine. But I think it is a slope where, what if like everyone just wants to marry their AI girlfriends and boyfriends?
Then we wouldn't have babies
anymore. That's what I mean, right? And then the whole like worldwide baby shortage, maybe. I don't know. Is that what that would lead to?
Do you think that's an issue though? I feel like
we're
burning through our resources so quickly, where it's like, maybe this is for the better.
Maybe. And honestly, I think the population doesn't need to grow anymore. Like in the world. In terms of the world. I think like places like South Korea, Japan, they need obviously babies because it's an issue. But I think in terms of like the entire world as a whole, like we don't need more babies.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's tad deep.
It's a little heavy
bit topic,
yeah,
actually.
It kind of hurts me a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We thought we were gonna be lighthearted for Valentine's Day.
No, why did I include that?
It's okay. We can lighten the mood. We have another game prepared.
Okay. I'm excited.
This one is based off of how Valentine's Day is kind of celebrated differently from North America than it is in Japan.
I always like to do it the Japanese way. So like if I have a crush, I'll like give him a chocolate or whatever. Or if I have like
you be familiar with that? Or do you have to explain it to him?
I usually explain it unless it's a Japanese guy, and then if it's a Japanese guy, they're just like, oh, cool, like thanks. Okay. Let's do the choco. So just
do you want to explain it? I think you do it better.
Just a quick explanation. So in Japan, there's different types of chocolates you can give, but I'm gonna just do the main three. There's something called honmei choco. So honmei choco is like the one that you give to your actual bae or like the guy that you actually like, right?
Love chocolate.
Yeah, like a love chocolate. Yeah. Honmei, like a real chocolate is what we say. And then there's tomo choco, which is like friend chocolate. Tomodachi choco. So it's something I would give to you, for example, right? And then there is also giri choco. So giri choco is like an obligatory chocolate. And then that is something that you would give to like your boss or like your like the guy in your like guys in your class that are not your homemade. Like it's just because it's always like a girl gives to guy dynamic in Japan, right? So like people that are like your like guys in the office, for example, like you would give them giri choco. Okay. And it's like obligatory chocolates. And it's kind of a little bit controversial, I think, in Japan right now, because some companies are like saying like no, and especially after COVID, right?
Oh yeah. No, I could get that. I feel like a lot of traditions in general, not to like hijack this, but like like I heard New Year's letters are starting to be less and less, like physical letters versus text messages. You normally like you write, right? Yeah. So I do see like some of these like traditions kind of having to like change because of COVID and like just other reasons to begin with.
But I think to make this game a little bit fun, we can also, this is not like a thing, but I think that we can also like, if we don't like a character, maybe we can give them like a coal instead of like a chocolate.
Here, just have a pebble.
Yeah, just have like,
or like what's worse, getting nothing or just obligatory chocolate though? You know what I mean?
I think that's like I think that's where like the whole thing goes. Some people would, because
imagine a guy likes you and you're just like, here's some obligatory chocolate.
I know, but I think the whole thing is in Japan. So like, if you get an obligatory chocolate, you still have to give back a month later on March 14th.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So I can't like literally just give chocolates to like the entire class.
Because then, everyone has to give you back.
So then, it's more like a burden.
A lot of guys are like, oh shit, I got this many chocolates and now I have to give back this many chocolates on like next month. Yeah.
Imagine you just save the chocolate
and like regift it like a crisscross. Yeah. Oh my god.
We actually have a list of the 20 best boys of 2024, I believe.
Okay.
And we are going to decide what type of chocolate we're going to give them. I feel like some of the guys on this list will have like similar answers, and then some would just be like totally different answers. Okay. But we are going to start with Sun Jin-woo from Solo Leveling. Have you watched this?
I have watched Solo Leveling. Oh my god. Jinwoo.
Loki, I think I liked him before he got really like...
He was more of a good boy before he got OP. He's a little too OP right now.
Yeah. He's obligatory for me.
I think he's obligatory chocolate. Obligatory.
Yeah. Haruka Sakura.
Honmei choco.
He's so cute. Honmei choco for him.
Oh, yes.
I think he would be friend choco. Oh. But he's so adorable.
Wait, are we allowed to give more than one honmei choco?
Yeah.
Okay, he's my homemade chocolate.
Like if you had to tier these, like basically ABC.
Right.
Like
yes.
S-tier, right?
Yes. No,
he's for you.
He's very cute. Like a little bit cute. Like he's just so like
teenager.
Yeah, he's so cute.
As an adult though.
Oh.
I feel like he would be the type that fights for you.
Yeah.
Which I can see the attraction wise. Yeah. However, I think with my personality, you'd more just be like, we're just chill. We're friends.
Okay, that's fair.
Friends. Yeah, friend chocolate.
Itsuomi-san, tomo choco.
He gets homemade from me.
Oh, he gets the tomo choco from me. I guess he's like, I would want him as a friend because he travels everywhere and like he has all friends everywhere. He has connections.
Fair.
So I would want to be his friend, but I don't think like he has too many like friends for me to want to date him.
Do you think your answer would change after season 2?
Maybe, but I haven't seen it yet. So
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. To me, it's homemade chocolate.
Yes. Okay.
He's actually big.
Itsuomi-san.
Like, you know when you see a guy in an anime and you're like, I wish this guy was real.
Yeah.
And he only has eyes for me.
Oh.
It would be him probably. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Ken.
Home choco.
I think he would be fun for me.
I love Takakura Ken.
I think he's very cute and sweet.
He's so sweet. And like he's what I mean when I say like I would make an exception. And again, we're not talking about like him as like this high schooler.
As an adult.
But I'm saying like all of like
throughout everything would be as an adult.
It's like encompassing everything that he is, but like let's say it's an adult, right? Like I would like he's so like I would that's the thing like, you know, he's not necessarily he's not super tall. He's not super buff. He's not like apparently I don't think he's like supposed to be super good looking, right? But he's just like his personality is everything for me. It's just like
is it really though?
Like I'm like, oh my god.
I think he's too shy for me.
I don't mind a little bit of shyness.
Like just make the damn move.
I don't mind.
I don't want to be making moves all the time.
Fair. But like if he can learn to make the moves, I don't mind. If I can teach him to make moves.
I see that as an
on
art.
me.
Like no,
like,
he's still fun for me.
For me, home choco Ken Takakura.
Have you seen this one?
I have seen Alia. Have you seen Alia?
I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes. Masachito Kuze.
He's giri.
Right?
Yeah.
Giri?
Kuze-kun giri kana? Giri choco. He's very like, you can depend on him, but, and I feel like he'd be annoying. He's not, I don't know.
I think it annoyed me that he knew what they were saying the entire time.
Yeah, and like
just
he's
like
not,
say something.
Yeah, like, so it's just giri for me.
Yeah,
like,
giri.
I can't even be his friend. Like,
Osamu Dazai.
giri da ne. Giri.
I wanted to like this so bad.
Me too, but I dropped the anime.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think around like 4th or 5th episode.
Yeah. He's not like a super compelling character or anything like that.
No.
He's just giri.
Giri. It gets better. Tafta.
Oh, he's such a good boy. Tomochoko.
Me too,
Tomochoko.
This is the part where you're like, oh, dad bod.
Yeah, dad bod.
Where it's like, if I was ready to settle, sure.
Yeah.
But if I had options, then Tomo.
Like the little like chin hairs bother me.
Does it really?
A little bit.
But, like realistically, you just shape like that. I feel like that's not a big. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
But like his visuals as like in Kaiju 8, like just his. But then when he transforms, he's like such a badass. Actually,
is he?
He's such a badass. Yeah. Have you seen it?
I have. No, I have.
Yeah, when he transforms.
I read it.
Okay, but when he transforms, isn't he kind of a badass?
I get it.
Like.
But I think it's the goofy part of him where it's just like, I can't take him seriously.
Yeah, and I don't mind a guy that is goofy. That's the thing.
But I like a guy who's funny, though.
Yeah, I need a...
Like, goofy and funny are, I think, 2 different things.
I don't mind if he's goofy, but I definitely need a guy who's funny.
Yes.
And I think he's funny as well. Just like... But maybe Tomochoko, for now especially. Maybe if I'll change my mind if I watch more. Or if like season 2. Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah, I think I know what it is.
It's
He's very like even here it says like this is Shikamaru from like very similar vibes almost. Where it's like I get that. I get the vibe.
He has a Kansai accent, and I'm a sucker for Kansai accents, or I'm a sucker for like accents from other prefectures.
You know what though? I feel like I can't hear it.
Oh.
Because I'm already struggling with like learning to begin with, where
That's
it's like
fair.
I can't pick it up.
Yeah.
Whereas I think for you, if you've like heard the language your whole life,
I'm just like, every time I hear like an accent, I'm just like, oh.
Is this the equivalent of when I hear a guy with the UK accent?
I think
or,
so.
Like,
I think
Australian?
so. Because I don't necessarily like super like I can hear the accent, but I'm not attracted to like the Australian accents. But like but I think it's similar.
Yeah, similar vibes.
Yeah.
Wait, what did we say? Home?
Home. I said home for Hoshino-san.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Rama.
Rama ne. Tomochoko da ne. Tomochoko da ne.
I feel like I liked his character growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the new one.
Nothing like really stood out. You what?
I didn't watch the new one.
I started watching the new one.
Okay, I'm going off my memory of like the old one because I feel
like they're
far.
still pretty similar.
Yeah. I do like his growth. You're right, but that's why I'm not giving him coal.
That's true.
Yeah. ライオスね。ライオスさん、友チョコだね。Like, マジ?
I don't know. I feel like there are parts of him where it's like, dude's really passionate.
Yeah, he is.
That's where the ambition plays in. Where it's like, I found that really attractive.
Yeah. そっか. Honestly, in Dungeon Meshi, I was like, Chilchuk?
Who?
Chilchuk.
Wait, hold on.
Is my hear me out?
Just Not him, right?
Not him.
Okay.
Oh, Senshi.
Yeah.
Tomochoko. Girichoko. No, Tomochoko. I want him as a friend. Yeah. Tomochoko.
He said cook for you.
Yeah, he's gonna cook for me, and he's.
Wait, who's the one we were talking about?
Chulchuk, the little like short king.
No, I think he's Giri.
He's what?
Girichoko?
Girichoko?
Yeah.
At least he's not cool.
He's not cool.
He's not cool.
But I think there are times where I was just like, I don't understand.
Well, no, I don't think he'd be my honme, but like, if I had to pick one out of like Dungeon Machine.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Low key. I actually would get also homemade to
Senshi because he can cook.
Yeah. And he's so passionate about it too.
Yeah, and he's also such a sweet-hearted guy.
See, here's the thing, where like Chochuk was like, if I was with the three of them, these two can protect me.
They can.
He probably couldn't.
No, Chochuk would run away first.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Right. I can protect him.
Okay.
I can protect him.
Hojo from the Elusive Samurai, but as an adult. Literally, as an adult. Also homemade for me. Am I being too much of a sim? Maybe.
Home.
Right?
I'm thinking about all his traits, all his personality.
Like he's very considerate.
Yeah, he's very.
I think it's the considerate part.
Yeah, and you need a considerate king because, ladies, a man who is not considerate, chuck him out. Yeah. Itsukawa Kyotaro ne honme.
Yeah, she didn't watch it.
So this is what turned me on to like short kings in the first place. Dangers in My Heart. He's so cute and he's so sweet, but he's like a little bit psycho. But it's okay because he's in middle school. But like I'm saying, like. But I think, like, when he grows up is what I mean. Like, he'll be a very thoughtful, considerate. He overthinks a lot. And I think that, like, guys who overthink in their adolescence, they end up, like, if they have a proper character development era, then they grow up to be...
The younger they are when they start that development makes sense and it reflects as they're an adult.
And as an adult, I think that he would be, like, thoughtful and caring. He would be very considerate of people, I think. Yeah. Because he has, like, all this, like... experience being like almost like a loner, right? So he would be able to I loved Kyotaro. That's my homie.
Deity. You know, you'll be so passionate. I have no clue about this. So we'll surfboard.
I didn't watch Restoria. I know you told me to. I didn't watch it. Okay. I liked Mashal. I didn't watch those.
I can't tell if I like would give him home or Tom. Probably Tomo.
I mean, he looks like a Tomo.
Basically, think of him as Harry from Harry Potter, almost.
Okay, but like Harry from Harry Potter, I would just give Giddy.
Giddy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like Harry from Harry Potter is just like Harry. So, what would you give him?
Friend.
Tomo.
No, he seems like a really good friend.
He looks like a Tomo type.
Kazuhiku.
Nukumizuku! Honme!
Home?
I like him. He's like very like
I do like his person. Actually, like out of
yeah.
I think I would do Tomo though.
Oh, like
it's like I'm rooting for you, buddy.
Hi. I would want to like he had like I don't know something about him like is just very like I think that he sees all these girls as like Tomo, but then when he like opens his eyes,
unassuming.
Yeah, like I don't know something about him. Like if I had a guy like that in my real life, I think that that's someone that I would crush on.
Oh, okay, I got you. Still Tomo.
Nukumizuku.
He's great. Like I think he's a great guy.
Yeah. Out of this whole thing, if you had to only pick one honme choco, who would you give it to?
I think you know who it is for me.
Itsuomi-san.
Yeah.
Itsuomi-san. Yeah. Okay, who do you think it would be for me? How many honme choco did I give? Am I a player?
Is it Sakura?
For me, it's between two people, I think. I'm trying to remember.
Sakura or Ichikawa?
Ooh, wait, now it's between three. Either Takakura Ken.
Oh, 10.
So
I think it's 10. I think it's 10.
I think it's 10. Like, yeah, literally, I think that it was either between him, Kyotaro from Dangers of My Heart, or Make Hiroin ga Osugiru no, Nukumizu-kun. So, like, three, like, really regular, kind of, like, nerdy guys. Like, I still think... But Takakura Ken, I think it would be Dandadan's Takakura Ken, yeah. Like, that type of person is where I would probably give, like, my...
Because I feel like you also spoke the most.
Yeah, because he's so, like, unassuming. Like, he's so shy and meek, but, like, I love a man. I love a shy king. I love a shy short king. I love, like, funny guys. I love guys that like can have an inside joke with me.
Yeah. I feel like, well, you're in a relationship with one and they don't have an inside joke with you. Are you really in a relationship?
I know. But even like as like the talking stage, if like you kind of like develop an inside joke, or you just like it's naturally comes about.
It's easier to bond that way.
Yeah, it's really nice. Like I don't necessarily need a guy who's like friendly to everyone and friends with everyone. As long as he knows how to open up to me, I'm okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Though I do want someone with their own friends too.
Well, no. They should have their own friends and they should have their own social life too. But like, I don't need them to be like an extrovert. Is what I mean.
Hilarious how we're doing a romance episode as our first episode to launch on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's!
Happy Valentine's Day!
Yeah, you should see how single we are. We were just sipping over anime guys, but it's fine. It's fine.
That's what this is, but that's not what it's gonna be every week. That's because it just so happens that this is
we brainstormed like quite a lot of things that we wanted to talk about. A lot of different fun games too. Like even for like the Fuck, Marry, Kill one. We think we can probably play this again. So for that, if you ever have suggestions, you can always link us your FMK for us.
Always down.
That is a wrap for today's episode.
Thank you for tuning in today.
Don't forget to follow us on all our socials.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we're hoping to make this a regular thing, bi-weekly.
Yes.
But we will be sure we'll make sure to release our schedule for you guys as well. And thanks for tuning in with us. Happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You're our Valentine.
Bye.
Bye-bye.